My husband secretly married my sister after our divorce. Then Grandma's final letter exposed the truth about both of them. The day my ex-husband married my sister, half my family told me to be the bigger person. The other half told me to stay home. I did neither. I went, not because I wanted closure, not because I wanted revenge. I went because I wanted to see the two people who destroyed my life look each other in the eye and promise forever. And honestly, I didn't think forever would last very long. I was wrong. It lasted exactly 8 months. But I'm getting ahead of myself. 3 years earlier, I thought I had the perfect life. I had been married to Nathan for 11 years. We owned a small home. We had good jobs. We were trying for children. Life wasn't exciting, but it was stable. Then my younger sister Emily moved back to town. Emily had always been the favorite, the prettier one, the funnier one, the one who somehow got away with everything. I wasn't worried when she started spending time with us. Why would I be? She was my sister. Nathan was my husband. I trusted them both. Big mistake. One night I came home early from work. I wasn't supposed to. A meeting had been canceled. When I opened the front door, I heard laughing upstairs. Then I heard something worse. Silence. The kind of silence that happens when people realize they've been caught. I already knew. Before I opened the bedroom door, before I saw them, I knew. The divorce was finalized 6 months later. Emily stopped speaking to me. Nathan moved into an apartment. Most of the family stayed neutral, which felt a lot like taking their side. Then, a year later, they announced their engagement. I didn't attend the party. I didn't congratulate them. I simply moved on, or at least I tried. Then my grandmother got sick. Grandma Rose was the one person who never abandoned me. She called Nathan exactly what he was, a fool. And she called Emily something worse. Grandma was 92 and no longer cared about being polite. When she passed away, the entire family gathered for the funeral. It was heartbreaking. But the real surprise came a week later during the will reading. Because Grandma left behind something unusual, a handwritten letter, and strict instructions. The lawyer looked uncomfortable. Then he began reading. To my family, if you're hearing this, then I'm finally free to say what I've been keeping secret for 30 years. The room went silent. Everyone exchanged confused looks. Then Grandma's letter continued. Especially you, Emily. My sister immediately sat up straighter, and suddenly I had a feeling this wasn't about inheritance. I was right. The next sentence changed everything. Emily, your father isn't who you think he is. The room exploded. My mother turned pale. My sister looked completely lost. Then Grandma revealed the first twist. 30 years earlier, my mother had an affair, a brief affair, one she thought nobody knew about. The result was Emily, not my father's daughter, not biologically. The room felt frozen. My father looked like he'd been hit by a truck. My mother burst into tears. Emily couldn't even speak. Then came the second twist. The affair partner wasn't some random man. He was the brother of Nathan's father, which meant something nobody expected. Nathan and Emily were blood relatives, distant cousins. Not close enough to create legal problems, but close enough to create a scandal. The room erupted into chaos. People started shouting. My mother tried explaining. Nobody listened. But Grandma wasn't finished, not even close. The lawyer continued reading. There's one more thing. The room immediately became quiet again. Nathan didn't meet Emily by accident. I frowned. What did that mean? Then Grandma revealed the biggest twist of all. Years before my divorce, Nathan had discovered the family secret. He knew Emily wasn't actually my father's daughter. He knew she had access to a trust fund created by her biological father's family. A trust fund worth millions. And according to documents Grandma found, Nathan pursued Emily after learning about the money. Not before. After. The room became completely silent. Nathan stood up immediately. That's not true. The lawyer calmly handed over copies of emails, financial plans, messages, evidence. Nathan's face turned white because it was true, every word. The affair wasn't about love, at least not originally. It started as a financial opportunity, a shortcut, a plan. My sister looked like she might collapse because for the first time she realized something. She hadn't stolen my husband. She had been manipulated by him. Nathan had played both of us. Different ways, different reasons, but he played us both. The wedding happened anyway, against everyone's advice, against common sense, against reality. 8 months later it collapsed. Nathan was caught cheating. Again. This time with someone from his office. Apparently some people never change. Emily filed for divorce, lost most of her inheritance in legal battles, and disappeared from social media completely. Then 2 years later she knocked on my door. I almost didn't answer. But I did. She looked exhausted, older, humbled. For the first time in her life she wasn't the favorite. She wasn't the winner. She wasn't anything, just my sister. And then she said words I'd waited years to hear. I'm sorry. Not excuses, not explanations, just sorry. Honestly, that apology healed more than revenge ever could. Today we're rebuilding our relationship slowly, very slowly. Trust takes time, but we're trying. Nathan? Nobody in the family speaks to him anymore. Last I heard, he's on his third engagement. Some lessons people never learn. And every time I think about Grandma's final letter, I smile. Because even after she was gone, she somehow managed to tell the truth nobody else was brave enough to say. What would you have done if your sister married your ex-husband? Was Emily a victim, a villain, or both? Comment below what you think.